In Korea, I met this amazing dish called bibimbap. One of them was the vegetarian purple bibimbap. It was lovely how all the vegetables sang together to me in this dish. So I did my interpretation of this dish. But what is bibimbap anyway? It's like a perfectly orchestrated culinary symphony. Rice playing conductor to a chorus of veggies, a protein soloist, and the star performer, an egg with an yolk so runny it deserves its own standing ovation. And of course, there's the sauce, the spicy maestro orchestrating the flavor harmony. Now let's start with the purple rice. And to make it, I use half a cup of short grain rice. I'm using mochi gome here. And 1 cup of mixed brown rice. And a tablespoon of long grain black rice. I'm not very used to have these at home. Wash your rice. Pour water according to your rice cooker and let the machine do the rest. Each rice has different cooking time to be done. By mixing them in one pot, the result will have some rice more al dente than others. But I think this is a cool thing because it results into a very dynamic rice. And now let's prepare the vegetables. First vegetable is the carrot. I peel it and I cut it in 3 parts. Each part I slice long ways in 4 or 5 times, and then I just julienne them. I'm doing by knife because my friend who I lived with took the mandolin from the house. Then I add some salt. The salt will draw some moisture from the carrot, turn it into more malleable. Then I cut the cucumber in rounds. I'll do the same thing with the cucumber. I put some salt, it will draw some moisture, and I'll leave them for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I squeeze them and I drain the water. This process gives some extra crunchy to these two. After this, I season each one. The carrots, I put a mix of garlic and ginger paste I just did right now. It's very simple. I just grate 2 cloves of garlic and the same size for the ginger. And I finish with some sesame seeds. For the cucumber, I use the same paste and I add some sugar, vinegar, and I finish with a half spoon of gochujang. Gochujang is a Korean paste made of fermented soybean and red chili pepper. It's already salty, tasty and spicy. For the bibimbap sauce, I use the rest of the ginger paste. I'll combine some honey and then a little bit of the gochujang and some water just to dilute a little bit so it can be more like a sauce. For the mushroom, I like shimeji mushroom. They aren't expensive and they have a meaty texture. I keep them simple by just stir frying it with some butter until they get some color, and I finish it by seasoning with salt, pepper and spring onion. And that's it! Now, the star of this dish is the tofu. They look like cheese, but it's made with soybeans and they have a very delicate taste. In stores you'll find generally 2 types, the firmer one and the silky one. For this dish I pick the firmer one and I like to cut it in big squares, like this. Now hang on, we are almost there, just one more prep. The last thing is the fried egg. I like runny egg yolk for this dish because the egg yolk will be incorporated into the sauce and get even more delicious. My trick to achieve that is to heat my pan with a splash of my favorite oil, place the room temperature egg in there, put the lid on and count for 75 seconds. After that, I uncover the pan. I prefer to remove it from the pan before the most desired point, because it will cook a little bit more by itself with its remaining heat. Now we need to assemble every ingredient. We have many ways to do it. One way is to put the rice in the middle, the egg on top of it, and then place all the other prepared ingredients around it. Some lettuce too, and don't forget the tofu. And then we dress everything with the gochujang sauce. Bibimbap is a dish that is perfect for everyone's daily routine because it's simple to prepare. It encourages you to increase the variety of your food, and you feel good, you feel lighter when you eat it. Well, and remember, if you ever find yourself in a pickle, just add some extra gochujang, because in the game of bibimbap, there's always room for a spicy twist. Stay well fed, people, and keep those chopsticks handy, folks.